Well, for sake of time, let's go ahead and get started because we don't have much time, so we can try to make some time for questions. But hello, my name is Melissa Barba, and I'm going to be the host for this college session. Please make sure you're in the correct meeting. This is for the El Paso Community College. And just a quick reminder, I'm going to put everybody on mute, and so feel free to unmute yourself. Actually, I think everyone is on mute. I think everyone is on mute, so feel free to unmute yourself at the end if you have a question, or you can also feel free to put that in the chat. And I think that's it. Thank you so much, Frank, and Brock too, even though you're moral support. We appreciate you being here. So feel free to get started. Actually, let me give you a screen share. Okay.
I think I see students Isabella, Eduardo, and Mariana, possibly, and Kay, somebody, and Brock. Welcome to this little chat. I'm pitching for El Paso Community College because I think it's a great value. And from my own personal experience, I went to community college in California to work on my undergrad credentials, and then took that to Cal State Northridge, and then inevitably to New Mexico State University. El Paso Community College has, I think, all the things you need for the foundations program in terms of drawing, design, painting, sculpture, ceramics, printmaking, photography. What am I missing, Brock? And some of the art histories that will take you to your next step, which would be possibly UTEP, UCLA, Cal State, Northridge, New Mexico State University, or any college you want to go to. Our credential process allows you to take, if you take classes at El Paso Community College, they transfer to every college in Texas. And there's a program that explains that to you, that they cannot deny you those credits. So once you take those classes, they have to transfer. That's a law in Texas, and there's a list of them. I don't have it in front of me, but it's easy to find on the internet. Another good thing about the college is the programs also transfer to what is it? What is El Paso? UTEP. Oh man, it's too early for me. I am having my second cup of coffee almost. And of course, our credits transfer to New Mexico State, which I think is a phenomenal program. And I'll just a side card. If you want to study animation, digital animation, they have a new program there that I think is the best value in the Southwest. I say go cheap because I paid for it myself with some grant money, but I had to go cheap because I didn't have the funds to do it. So I saved money, I paid as I went along, and it's approximately about $400 for one class. But with grants and loans and Pell Grants and other things, it's going to be very affordable. And I'm going to say this, what you do with college is more important than the college you go to. What you make of that experience, you bring your energy and your dynamics and your creativity to the program. And when others who are instructors and students see that, that is fueling this exciting process in terms of education. You bring the game. I'm just going to say that. Do you guys have any questions? Now I teach at the Rio Grande campus and a little bit at Valle Verde, and I teach art appreciation, design 1, drawing 2, sometimes then painting and life drawing. Brock teaches a lot of other classes, so I'm going to throw it to him to maybe he has a few things he wants to add to this. And there's Brock in the corner.
Yeah, so my name's Brock Morrow, and I teach a lot of different classes, sculpture, design, drawing. I love teaching drawing. Design 2, printmaking. I agree with Frank that El Paso Community College is such an amazing art department because the foundations, we really focus on foundations, and you can rest assured by going to EPCC that you're going to get foundations that can prepare you. The worst thing in the world would be to go out in the world and just not have your feet under you with that foundation. And so we really focus on foundation, learning those skills. First year courses are learning skills specifically, and then second year are the second tier of courses, say drawing 2, you're learning to think more, and these things prepare you to a 4-year college, and ultimately to your master's or PhD if you want to go that direction. So I would like to, I second that, and I feel like I'm so proud and honored to work with all of our colleagues, and they're very giving. They're very we give up a lot for, because we enjoy being there. We enjoy being in the classroom. We enjoy working with students, and for me, I learn so much from my students. So I always look to learn something. Every single semester I learn something. So yeah, and I started at NMSU as well, and I agree with Frank. Creative Media Institute. If you really are interested in animation, Creative Media Institute is part of NMSU, and that's a great place to go for that. They have and here's the thing, we will prepare you for that. So and then they're kind of a springboard to the world in a way through animation. So I do have a lot of animation students, students seeking animation. So yes, rest assured, I would like to make sure you're rest assured that EPCC is a very nurturing and thorough foundational start to your art career.
Are there questions? I'm looking at Isabella. Maybe do you have a question? Or Eduardo, Mariana? You don't have a question? No questions at all? What's your major? Do you have a major you're thinking about studying? No, you're not thinking about studying a major? Unmute yourself.
I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure yet. That's why.
Well, you're still, even if you're not sure, you still have to take the foundations classes. And I've had students that have gone to California to have portfolio reviews at Cal Arts and other places. And when they came back, I said, what did they ask that you needed? And invariably, all of them said, even though you can do animation drawing, they want to see that you can do life drawing. And what that means, can you sit and render objects how they look, whether it's people, flowers, cats, anything. They want to know that your observational skills are way up. So I always think that the drawing 1, drawing 2, and life drawing are critical components. And it doesn't change where you're at in terms of what college you go to learn that. As far as I'm concerned, those foundations, like Brock said, are key, and we teach those very, very well at EPCC. What about you, Eduardo? Do you have any questions?
Frank, I believe we have 2 questions too.
Okay.
From Abel Salcedo and Carolina Fonseca. Maybe Carolina, if you want to go first.
Yes, you have to be how do you say? You have to be above 18 or older to get in to study in your classes, right?
Do? I don't think so.
No, I have 16-year-olds in my class.
Really? Oh.
Yes.
So our program works with early college and early high school, but I don't think there's a age requirement, meaning that if you graduated college early, high school early, you can go to the community college. It's available to everybody. I don't think there's an age limit on that.
Wait, high school first, right?
Well, I don't know if you get your GED. I know when I was in school in California, and I don't want to tell you how long ago in the 70s. People got their GEDs, went off into their life, and said, "I'm going to go back to college." And just having your GED allows you to get into any community college or a 2-year college. I don't think there's they may make you test to see where you're at with math and English or something like that, and put you in classes, but I don't think there's a limit. And we don't have, I'm pretty sure, Brock, we don't have requirements in terms of you can't take this class until you take this other class. I think most of our classes are open across the board. You may have to take a drawing 1 class before you can take drawing 2, but other than that, we don't have pre-requirements.
That's right. And many of our students in our classes are high school students. They're in high school and they're taking our early college classes. So what they're doing is they're going to school even in high school, and then they will break off, come take a class during the day, go back to high school. So you don't have to have a high school degree or your GED yet. In fact, my daughter got her AA 2 weeks after she got her GED. They made her get her GED so she could get her AA. Now she has a master's and she's a professor. So no, there's not you don't have to have a high school degree first.
Okay, thank you.
And just as another note, I know there may be another question. You know, I graduated high school, I took some college, I stopped for a while, I was working full time, but I was taking one class here and there at night and on the weekend. So that's also available too. I know what's your dog's name?
Sorry, she's Megara. No.
I was like chipping away at classes on my own, and I know that the new paradigm is to say, take all these classes and finish as a major you're going to know. But I was one of those students that said, I want to study some philosophy, I want to study a painting class, I want to study a history class. So that's also available too. I don't think people should feel that they're completely locked in to a degree plan. You should be locked into your curiosities and where you want to go in terms of discoveries about your interests.
Frank, I think we have one more question with Mr. Abel Salcedo.
I just to the students that are curious.
Wait! I want to say this guy's great. Abel Salcedo is, to me, the greatest success story that I've ever dealt with. He was in a class or two of mine, and I used to say, you could be a great art teacher. And this man is now, Abel, aren't you an art teacher in El Paso?
Yes, and that's just what I wanted to attest to for the students that are curious about the community college. The slogan is, it's the best place to start. And I think it really definitely is. You can learn how to paint, draw, sculpt, any school you go to. But it's what the teachers teach you. And Mr. Rimbach, by far, one of my best teachers ever. What he taught me was how to think.
Oh, you're making me cry.
How to think about art, how to think about everything.
Okay, I don't want to interrupt, but we've got 1 minute.
And I just wanted to share that it's the teachers at the community college that make the difference, because they'll change your life, very much like Mr. Rumbach did for me. So just wanted to plug that in there real quick.
Abel, thank you so much. And here's the deal. Abel is a high school art teacher. It's a great career if you're staying in El Paso, and anybody can do that. And you may not think you have that knowledge or information now, but I'm going to tell you right now, you do. And thank you, Abel.
Okay, it's time, everyone.
Frank, oh, sorry. Sorry. Thank you so much. And thank you for that comment, Abel, too. Thank you, Frank, and thank you, Brock. Thank you, everybody, for joining this session. So definitely consider community college, El Paso Community College. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much.
Melissa.
Abel, bless you, man. See you later.